there, everyone. YouTube, Facebook, we're excited to talk to you guys today about something that's been going on here in Las Vegas for a very long time. But today we want to make sure to give you guys all the details on what it's happening, right? What is it that we call it? The California Exodus, where everyone...
Mass exodus from California, majority of those people moving to Nevada.
Exactly. So we know that there are other states that are benefiting, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona. But I know here in Nevada, we have seen so much growth because of all of our friends in California. And so today we want to give you guys really the reasons why. So that way you guys are very clear and you guys understand exactly why, a lot of folks are making these decisions.
Well, I mean, really, it's kind of a comparison, right, of what's happening out there. California is absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, it's got, the great beaches, everything else. But at the same time, there are some drawbacks to it. Over the last 2 years, there's been over 500,000 people that have moved out of California. Most of that being from high taxes, high cost of living. You're talking long commutes, your crowds, congestion. I remember as a kid growing up in Southern California and being with my parents after work, and all I could see for miles was brake lights. And that's like burned into my brain as an adult still from dealing with the traffic in California. So, it hasn't gotten any better. It's only been worse. So these are some of the pains that people are dealing with out there. There's the homeless crisis, which is happening out there. There's some pollution. So there's a lot of things happening. I guess when you look at the financial side of it, though, one of the most detrimental pieces is the taxes. Taxes are extremely high in California. When it comes to the investment income, the taxes can be as high as 54.1%. Wow, that's a whopper right there, right?
Absolutely.
That's huge. In addition to that, their state taxes are really high. So, if you're on the low end of the income, like around, say, $40,000 a year, you might be at a 4% tax bracket. But as you get up higher, let's just say you're up around $100,000 income, you're going to be at 8% state income tax, and it will get up to as high as it's 13% when you're at the highest tax bracket. So when you're here in Nevada, there is zero state income tax. California, it can be as high as that 13%. So,
Frank, the numbers are very clear, and we know that a lot of folks have made the decision because of the financial, right?
Yes.
The financial side. We are seeing that, every single month, right? Rent's too high. In California, you almost have to make $100,000 in order to really have, some sort of a life, right? Where you can go out and maybe have, a dinner. Maybe you can go out and enjoy some entertainment. Other than that, if you really are around the 50,000 mark, you're probably having a very hard time because everything's expensive.
You're probably a roommate, or you're in a multi-generational household where you've got a lot of people who are out earning income to pay the bills.
Exactly. So when people look at the numbers and say, okay, you know what, I can make less in Nevada, and I can actually afford to become a homeowner.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
So our cost of living is a lot lower here, obviously. But it's like an automatic raise, especially for those that are able to remote work. If you can cross the border, live in Nevada, it's an automatic raise. That raise may be as high as 13%. If you're making around $100,000, probably a 9% raise, just not having to pay that state income tax that California has compared to Nevada. But cost of living is dramatically lower.
Mm-hmm.
All the people that we see that are moving from California, I've got an uncle actually that's coming out in 2 weeks. They are selling property out there. It's a commercial property that's top dollar, so they're going to rake in the funds from selling in California, be able to come here and purchase and have lots of money left over in the bank. That's one of the great things about California. When you exit, it puts you in a really good position transitioning into Nevada. Some people are paying for the house cash, and you still have all that savings. If you don't want to pay cash, you put a hefty down payment, and you still have a lot of money put away in the bank. So it's a great exit strategy to come here to Vegas. Vegas is so brand new. There's so many new and exciting things happening here too.
Talking about Vegas, we are seeing our city really transform, from just entertainment and gambling and all these other, wonderful things that we have, right? Great food, great shows, great concerts. We're seeing it convert to a sports city, right? Where we have tremendous spirit for our what is it? Our Golden Knights.
Yes.
I know you want to talk about this part because you're a big fan.
Love all the sports. I'm a hometown. I root for all the hometown teams. Right? You have to root for the hometown teams. But we've got the Knights. We've got the Aces. We've got the A's coming. We've got the Raiders. We're season ticket holders, right? So we support all of our teams. We support the Aviators. right? And we have the Silver Knights coming up, and I think we have some minor league kind of NBA stuff coming to town. So when it comes to sports, things are really taking off. Soccer's got a huge following here too.
Yes.
I think it's only a matter of time until the MLS ends here, which will be awesome because it draws massive crowds. I think, in fact, Mexico is playing tonight, and I'm sure it's a sold-out crowd.
Yes, we can tell you that, I grew up here, Frank. I grew up in Vegas. I was not born in Vegas, but I grew up here. So I did not grow around sports, right? So I didn't understand a lot of folks that were coming from like Arizona, Phoenix area. And so, people from California or Chicago, where there's like, the city just completely transforms when it's, their team is playing, things like that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that because I really didn't grow up seeing that. Now, with what we have going on, I mean, you could feel, I get chills just talking about it because the energy in the city completely transformed. We are Vegas strong, and I think that's one of the biggest things that everybody starts to understand. I think a lot of folks actually, if we go back maybe 5-7 years, I would hear a lot of folks say, oh, this city, it's kind of a transition city. No one really stays here for a long time, which is not really true.
Things have changed.
Yeah, but things have changed tremendously. And they would say that because they just felt like everyone's we have all these different schedules, right? We're a 24-hour type of, setup. So, people, maybe your neighbor, you're now going to get to see them because maybe they work night shifts and things like that. So they're like, oh, we don't have that kind of, community feel like in other cities. Well, guys, I can tell you that has completely changed. The city goes crazy every time one of our teams plays. And I can tell you that Vegas is the perfect place to be, right?
Yes.
For really anything.
It is a melting pot of people from all over the world, but you are seeing a lot more unity within the city. I think sports does help, but you are seeing a lot more unity. In the past, it wasn't so much.
Yeah. It was different. It was absolutely different. Like again, what we're saying is that we're excited. We're excited because we're seeing this, just kind of unfold in the last couple of years. And so, for all of you that are out there that are part of, the California Exodus, we are excited to have you guys here. We understand that with you comes also traffic, and we're okay. We're expanding our roads. We're working on that, right? We're expanding our roads to make sure we accommodate you guys. But the truth is, here in Vegas, we still have room for growth, right? We still have room for growth. You guys could look in the outskirts of the city. You guys will see a lot of vacant land. So we absolutely still have room for you guys. So the idea here is any questions that you do have, please reach out. Let us know how we can help you. Vegas, again, is completely being transformed now in a different way because of sports and also all the projects. Talk about all the projects that are coming, Frank. All of the, the Fountain Blue. What we're seeing the first time that the Sphere was kind of turned on.
Up and running.
It was gorgeous.
Twitter or
Yes.
Threads or whatever it might be now in the photos, which are amazing. We got the Formula One coming up later this year. So there's just money just dumping into Las Vegas right now. There are so many things happening. And I think a lot of that is influenced by the growth that we're experiencing, the influx from people of California, a lot of money coming in. But I think, with that transition, people have money to spend. Like I said earlier, when they cash out of Cali, they are really cashing out with a lot of funds, and it makes the transition to Vegas really easy.
And I think also very important to mention, we have something for all the price points. Even in our hotels, Frank, if you come to visit Vegas, it doesn't matter what price point you're in. If you're in the 5-star price point, if you are on a budget, you can still vacation in Vegas. That's the exciting part of our city. Same thing with homes. Depending on your price point, we have beautiful, gorgeous $1 million houses, and just these amazing master plan communities. But we also have things that are extremely affordable. We have condos, we have townhouses that are in really amazing price points.
Great
where
investment opportunities
Absolutely.
too. Like this week we had a fourplex for low 300s. So that's like unheard of, but those are still out there.
Exactly.
So
So again, if you guys need your real estate agent, if you guys need an amazing team, we are here for you when it comes to all of your real estate needs. We can also give you guys all a lot of the heads up on what's happening, the development that's happening in our beautiful city, and really guide you guys in the right direction.
It's a true partnership. We're here to work with you. It's a long process. I mean, you want to find someone you can work with and get along with, and who's there to support you and help you win in the long run, right? That's what you want to achieve, is achieve that goal. and that's what we're here for.
Exactly. So any questions that you guys have, please post them on the video. We also ask that you please follow and please share our channels. We're looking to grow. And thank you so much for already being here and making sure that you're giving us a little bit of your time. But again, Vegas is where it's at, and we are seeing the growth, and it's only really the start of this whole sports side of our city, right?
So it's a beautiful thing.
It is. Have a good one.
See ya.